scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Block now on first down. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Winston now to throw on first down. And this is going to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jameis to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
First down, Winston. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. 3rd and goal, Winston. Touchdown, Packers. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On play action, Locke. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Locke to throw. Completion left side to Miller. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They look to throw. It's Locke. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and goal, Locke steps away to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Locke now on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little...
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers! Tony Pollard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 14-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Divine Diablo. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they take over right at the 50. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated.
And this is taken in at the 5. And it's a Packers touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing now is Locke. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Nolan Davidson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Trey Hendrickson providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Play action now, Winston. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards, the pickup there. Brings up 2nd. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. On third down, Winston. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not planning to just get...
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception, Winston. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. After the turnover, here's Locke. Going deep this time for Miller. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. For Drew Lock coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Gano the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Back to it after the pick six. Winston. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And now the rookie's free. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for first and 10. Pollard going to try the right side and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 22, Winston. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Packers have retaken the lead. point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Winston. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Winston. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. Going up top for Miller. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And all the way down to the 35. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Another try after the 1st down sack. Locke. And this is caught by Watkins. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Robert Tunyon his second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A first down throw for Winston. And this is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Off the play fake, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now Locke. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Locke. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
From the 29, Winston. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And Diggs has it. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They go play action. Winston. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions, that confident veneer that you have. It's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Winston from the gun on third down. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Devontae Adams. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This to the outside for Mack. Room here to run. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, Locke. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Locke going to throw. He's able to find Miller. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now Locke again. This goes to Mack on the check down. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marlon Mack, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Gano the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Play action now, Winston. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. It's a big play there for Green Bay. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Here's Winston. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Second down and goal. Winston got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. His second touchdown of the night as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a throw here to his running back. Max got the first down and then some. And finally marked down at the 23. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again, it's Locke. Open man is Duvernay. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One clock remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. C.J. Uzomah there to make the grab. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Zach Pascal, 64 yards. And the Packers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
Touchdown, Packers! Pat Freiermuth with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Going deep this time for Miller. This is caught inside the 15. And in from the Lions, touchdown. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Play fake. Winston. Looking deep for Adams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking deep downfield. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give the defense a really nice opportunity.
Lock now on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You get the back of the end zone. So they came after him.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Lions on 3rd down. They've had 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Locke. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lock going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Quez Watkins, 81 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. 93 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, Winston. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. And got his man complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead. To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there? The leg's still there? This has been a tough game. On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 14. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Fielded just inside the 20. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well,
this is taken in. It's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Devontae Adams. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
I would expect pressure here.
Here's Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one, 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Locke. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now Locke. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Packers has gone down, and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Here's a diving catch right side. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, he finds Eskridge. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off inside the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. A handoff for Gibson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Flush to his right. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they? It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Seattle. Now Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Again, Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. 20. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw again is Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game. And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On third down, here's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
On second down now, it's Gibson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now here's Samuel on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.